Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned into Obidati Family TV and you're watching As It Dey Hot, an evening show where we give you real-time updates on the latest in the Nigerian political scene. My name is Oluyole Ibukun Oluwa Christabel and I have with me...
Hello guys, you're welcome to Obidati Family TV and this is As It Dey Hot. I am Noble. Thank you for joining us today. Ibukun, how are you today?
I'm very fine, thank you. So we basically have this very interesting header here about how Nigerians are caught in the politics of Naira redesign. And that's something that's really resonating with me because the Naira issue has been incredibly inconvenient for every Nigerian that is here. It's insane, and I can say it's true. Like we don't know what's going on. The Supreme Court is saying the CBN has to suspend the date. The CBN is obviously not following that order. It's claiming that they are an independent body. It's like everything is happening. Everything is happening this period. What do you think?
To start with, I feel the nation is in chaos financially, so a resolution has to be made. Because in the interest of Nigerians, this is the whole situation keeps deteriorating. Because we still have a lot of persons who come out to complain that they don't have possession of the new notes. And then when you go to malls to get things, even some filling stations, you go to fill your gas, you go to do the basic things. You see these traders asking for new notes, but then people are screaming out that we don't have these new notes. So I don't know, the CBN has to do something about this.
I mean, it's such an incredibly frustrating situation, especially for someone like me. I feel like the thing is just really, you know, when you already have like a lot on your plate and then there's this little inconveniences that just mounting your situation. Like,
it's really tiring.
Jesus Christ. Nigerians are, we are the ones as usual, you know, every decision that they make, we get the brunt of it because nobody represents us in truth.
And another thing is, we Nigerians should try as much as possible. You know, times are hard already. The country is in disarray. Everything is tough. Things are really tough in Nigeria today. So for me, I feel Nigerians should like try as much as possible to make things easier for their fellow citizens. Like this is not the time to start extorting your fellow citizens. It's not the time to actually make things you sell being exorbitant prices, too expensive. So try and lessen the burden. So you actually trade to make to solve people's needs. So you shouldn't be doing the opposite. I mean, and then another thing is POS agents. A lot of them are taking advantage of the situation.
POS agents are really making something that's bad worse. I understand that. Okay, it must be more difficult for them to obtain cash now, saying as there's a cash scarcity. But it still does not like
doesn't give them the leverage.
It doesn't give them that leverage
to extort people.
Prices of cash exorbitant. It's literally like paying to get money. It's like we are buying money. After suffering to make the money, you still have to buy your money. That's too much. If you care about your fellow Nigerians, it should only come naturally that
in my whole existence, I don't think I've seen Nigeria in this kind of financial disarray before.
It's a very bad situation.
Really bad, honestly.
It's a very, very, very bad
guys,
situation.
So we have our headlines for today, and now the first is, all right. Let's actually project that for you. All right. Can we have that projected, please? All right. Thank you. Now, Peter will be riding on Tinubu's crest to campaign in Lagos, says Ono. Now, this info is it's a really funny one.
It's outrageous.
I read this info and then Ono said Obi is actually running away from Anambra State, where he has committed a lot of iniquities and coming to Lagos State to campaign. I mean, what iniquities to start with? What iniquities are you talking about? I mean,
how bold of the APC council to make such an outrageous claim when the EndSARS saga,
I mean,
we just celebrated the anniversary of that last year in October. I mean, it takes a lot of audacity to have such a tremendously painful event happen under APC administration and then come out and say, oh, Peter Obi has committed so many atrocities in Anambra State. How bold of them. How
I mean, you come out to say Obi left Anambra State where he committed a lot of iniquities and now he's riding on Tinubu's crest, campaigning in Lagos. Now, if you feel Tinubu owns Lagos, now why doesn't he have persons who come out in his rallies the way Obi had on Saturday?
The thing is that what crest though? What crest? The entire Tinubu legacy is Togri, godfatherism, extortion, manipulating infrastructure of the state to one pocket, diverting. I mean, the facts are out there. And so what crest is it exactly?
It's really, really unfortunate. Really unfortunate that, okay, and the thing is, we have evidence out there.
Yeah.
We all saw that rally. It was witnessed by the whole world. We saw how persons genuinely came out to support the candidates of the choice. I mean, the man of the moment, the man of the people. So for you to actually still come out to say he ran away from a certain place to come and campaign here, you picture him as a fugitive. And then fugitives don't come and open in the public to actually do things like this.
You know, this is what Peter Obi always say, go and verify.
Go and verify.
Like, he has not hidden the fact that you are free to go through his history. You are free to revisit his regime, his rule as governor in Anambra State. You are very, very free to go back and check the facts. You know, unlike some people in this Nigerian political climate who are consistently pressing down rumors, pressing down allegations, pressing down things that are coming up about them in hopes of silencing the voice of their crimes.
It's really unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate.
It really
All right,
is.
let's have our next headline for you. All right, so what do we have next? Can we have that projected, please?
Okay, this is what we touched on.
Yeah.
That confusion and uncertainty are clouding a currency redesign program that was meant to fight inflation and reduce cash outside the banking system. Nigerians are caught in the ensuing politics over the Naira redesign after the Supreme Court's ruling last week threw the country into confusion with individuals and businesses onshore. Okay, the thing is, that's what I was saying, you know, when the show opened. I was like, are they still taking old notes, or are they no longer taking old notes? Are old notes still a legal tender, or have they ceased to be a legal tender? Because I'm consistently confused. On one end, the Supreme Court is saying, no, wait, you guys can't ban the notes now. On another end, the Central Bank of Nigeria is like independent body, so yeah, and like it's confusing. Out in the streets, people don't know what to do.
The thing is, I guess people are caught in between the CBN's deadline, and now the Supreme Court's order.
That's it.
Yeah, and that's actually the problem, because most Nigerians they feel, okay, this is CBN's order. We are following the CBN's order. CBN dished out new notes. The CBN has given a deadline for the use of old notes, or for the exchange of old notes for new notes rather. And for them, it's what they are going to follow. And now the thing is, the CBN hasn't actually come out to make another order or to withdraw such order. You understand? So it's the problem most Nigerians are facing now. And I don't know how considerate a lot of persons are going to be to still actually consider their fellow Nigerians, pending the fact that a lot of persons don't have possession of these new notes yet. And that's still the problem.
That's why it was a very intentional use of words. They said the politics of Naira redesign, because we are having political candidates like Bola Ahmed Tinubu saying that the Naira redesign is an attack on his campaign. We are having we have Peter Obi saying that it's good for the country and we should just be patient. And the Supreme Court is at loggerheads with CBN. A lot is happening, no? A lot is happening. This is a lot is happening situation.
Honestly.
God have mercy.
We have our next headline for you. Peter Obi tops more opinion polls as Nigeria's election draws nearer. Now this is it's a happy one for us. It's a lovely one.
It's good news.
I mean, I haven't seen any poll which has been conducted and Peter Obi has lost. I'm here to.
In fact, if anything, the success rates for him have been.
It has been increasing tremendously. Okay, let me ask you: have you actually seen any poll that Obi has actually lost? Any poll conducted?
No.
I mean, like it's a really good news for us. Like back-to-back good news. It's
so
a really
far
nice
the polls have been in his favor, and with good reason.
Good reason. One thing for me is I don't even care to look at who comes second or third. I mean, they can.
No, they are not consequential. As long as we get a president.
Our man is there. Our man is there. It's what we're looking out for. All right, let's have our next headline. Why I can't support Peter Obi, says Buhari's minister. Now, we had the Minister of Aviation come out to say he doesn't share the same ideologies with Peter Obi. That was the Minister of says the Minister of Aviation, Sirika, says he doesn't share Obi's ideologies.
Of
course. He has come out to say that he equally came out to say that Tinubu has been his #1 candidate, his #1 choice, even before the APC presidential primaries were conducted.
Okay, this is an opinion that nobody asked for and nobody cares about.
I mean,
this is an opinion that that has no consequence to the election or what will happen, because nobody cares what APC's aviation minister has to say. Because under you people's rule, under you people's administration, Nigeria has lost so much economically, socially, infrastructurally. Like, what is not happening? So nobody really cares what an APC minister said, because for God's sake, what else will he say? Will he say he aligns with Peter Obi? If he aligns with Peter Obi's ideologies, then that means that he will be anti-corruption. He will be pro-accountability. He will be pro-good governance. But then saying that he's under APC, he can't be any of these things, because APC is very pro.
I mean, for you to actually come out to the public and say you don't share the same ideologies with Peter Obi, for me, it shows the kind of person you are.
It just shows what your ideologies are.
This is a man who has actually come out to say to Nigerians, this is what I want to give you. And every Nigerian, or should I say, almost every Nigerian is buying into that idea.
The majority of Nigerians,
come out to say you don't support this man because you don't share the same ideology with him, I think you should question yourself. You should know if you're standing at the right place, because it's really disheartening.
Oh, what do you expect from a member of the APC camp? I think we should go on a short break.
Yeah, that's
actually true. We'll go on a short break and then we'll be back with more, ladies and gentlemen. Do stay tuned.
To be Labour Party, Labour Party, to be Labour Party, to be Labour Party, Labour Party, can you get a vote? To be Labour Party, Labour Party, Labour Party, can you get a vote? To be Labour Party, Labour Party, Labour say, Mama, Papa, now, to be Labour Party, Mama, Papa, now. Mama, Papa, now, to be Labour Party. Mama, Papa, now, to be Labour Party.
Mr. Peter Obi's administration built from scratch Chukwuemeka Odumegwu University Teaching Hospital with 25 building structures. His government funded transformation of massive infrastructural development, accreditation of 12 health institutions and 2 hospitals, and also built 10 maternal and childcare centers across the state. He is the first governor to purchase medical equipment worth over 135 million naira and 50 ambulances for the health sector in Anambra State, which remain functional till today. He built and equipped Dr. John Wilo Heart Center in St. Joseph Hospital, Adazi-Nnukwu, where heart operations are performed. Anambra State is the first state in...
Welcome back, guys. Now we'll have our next headline for you. Now we have Group 1s to stop campaign of calumny, warns against fake news purveyors. Now we've come out, this group has come out to warn against persons who carry fake news, and equally advise that campaigns should rather be about telling the electorates about your manifesto and should not be about ridiculing the other candidates.
Yeah.
And now we all know a particular political party has been really guilty of this. Instead of coming out to tell the electorates what they wish to do, instead they focus on other candidates, tackling other candidates, which is very, very wrong. Because when you're coming out to campaign, the first thing you should have at the back of your mind is your manifesto. It's what your main thing is the main point you're supposed to dissolve. So I mean, if another political party's candidate is your manifesto, I mean, and come to think of it, for a political party to keep on talking about Obi, I mean, doesn't this?
I mean, doesn't it get exhausting to base your entire campaign on slandering other people, or making subtle jabs at other people, or releasing insults from Femi Fani-Kayode calling somebody a witch, calling Peter Obi whatever it was that he called him, and then coming back to apologize for such, what's the word, for such an incredibly childish display of uncouthness, you know. That is just showing you that this is this kind of situation that's good. This is what they're about. This is what a lot of candidates are into: fake news, insults, back and forth, and it's exhausting.
I mean, you are meant to tackle the question at hand. Talk about your manifesto. Absolve it. I mean,
anyway, there's another bit of gist on the fake news matter, and that is allegations that the Christian Association of Nigeria collected 2 billion naira from Peter Obi. And that's outrageous. It really is outrageous, because in further news, we'll be having a primate, Ayodele, a Nigerian minister, equally saying that the North, in a prophecy, the North will gang up against Peter Obi and he will not win. So how is it that they were given such a humongous amount and one minister is on another end saying something like this?
I mean, you know, the president of the Christian Association of Nigeria came out to rebut such statements.
He said it wasn't,
saying that Peter Obi never gave them 2 billion naira. And then he equally said that the Christian Association of Nigeria will not involve itself in politics, because it is not a political body, it's a religious body. So that was a really, really good statement from him. Yeah,
they also went ahead to say that people who are mongering this fake news need to, you know, stop that behavior, because really, when Peter, you know, the entire Peter Obi slogan is, we know they give shishi.
Exactly.
And money will not be given needlessly. If there is no need for it, you know, the money will not be dispensed. Like, at least we've seen that throughout this campaign. Who are they paying?
I mean,
who is being given money to do what?
And for the record, this is a Christian body. It's a Christian body, and the president of CAN actually came out to say that they will not involve themselves in politics.
Yeah.
And then, which is to show that whatsoever news or whatsoever place such news is coming from, that they were given 2 billion naira to actually do whatever, it's actually fake. He came out to say that it's actually fake, and he equally came out to say they are going to investigate such statements. Yes, and it's a good one.
What is hilarious is the allegation is being made against Peter Obi that he's giving money, and this allegation is coming from like people who have been associated with all sorts of financial, like, we know, if you look at the opposition has like so many allegations when it comes to fund misappropriation, bullion van that lost its way, whether it's PDP, whether it's APC, there's really nothing, there's really nobody here with the social image enough to throw this allegation at Peter Obi.
And talking about religious bodies not involving themselves in politics, we have Primate Ayodele coming out to say the North will gang up against Peter Obi.
Can I say something?
Decide Nigeria's next president.
Can I say something?
This is a good one.
Can I say something?
Come on, you're free, you're free.
I really do not want to hear any prophecies.
I mean, like, in 2015, come on, we had
prophecies support.
I mean, like,
I'm not saying that the man of God is wrong. I'm not saying the man of God is not. I'm just saying I'm not really interested. because you see, there's a lot of religion, tribalism and sentiment with which Nigerian politicking is being carried out, and that's the problem with Nigerian politics. You know, it's not really about what a pastor says. Now, here's the danger with statements like this. There are people who hear these statements, internalize them and believe, oh, well,
this is from my pastor, it's
yes,
from my
so
man
why
of God.
Go on?
It's a spiritual statement.
Then, yes, but then even Jesus, even the scriptures lets us know that faith without works is dead. So if we have not voted, no matter what a pastor is saying, I'm not saying a pastor is wrong, much as personally I believe that it's God is ready to change the Nigeria story. Yes. So I'm not taking that prophecy, and I'm entitled to take or not take a prophecy.
You have your opinion.
Yeah, but then at the same time, I just believe if you're a Nigerian and you're obedient, you would like to vote for Peter Obi, don't let what any man of God is saying stop you from
your decision.
Yeah, because things change throughout scriptures. There will be verdicts that will even be made from God himself, and for some reason he would just change.
Exactly. Prophecies still change.
Yes, prophecies change. I'm not saying that this prophecy is going to happen. I do not believe that it will. No shade to the man of God. This is my personal opinion, and I'm entitled to it. But I'm just saying that Nigerians, we really need to stop paying so much attention to what somebody somewhere is saying, or you know, once it's
this is actually time to act, and not time to make prophecies or to sound spiritual. I mean,
God
like if you feel the North is going to gang up against Obi, that should be decided after the polls.
Yeah, and besides, if you have such a feeling and you really want to see Peter Obi win, and you're tired of the situation in the Nigerian politics, why don't you use that prophecy to be gingered?
Exactly. Instead of coming out to give such information. Like, and Nigeria is a very religious nation.
Very incredibly religious.
This kind of statements from spiritual fathers, it tends to go a lot. It tends to go a lot because we know persons who respect men of God like this, and then they take their words into heart. So for me, I feel every religious group should actually just stay away from politics.
At this point,
stay away from politics and do the needful.
Like, I mean, forever they would be entitled to having preferred candidates, because being religious leaders do not mean that you can.
But don't try to influence the polls. Don't try to influence the polls. Stay off the polls. Very, very important. It's important to do that.
You know, you see Nigeria, the day that we are emancipated from the shackles of what somebody says, what somebody thinks,
and actually stick to reality.
Yes, what somebody expects, or what a person that we look up to says, and begin to rely more on our own actions, the things that we do. Seeing that it's really more about you control situations through your actions, and not through speculations, not through tribalism, not through sentiment, not entirely through prayer, but through action, like real life action. You know, there's even, let me use the scripture since the pastor that said this. There was a king in the Bible, I've forgotten his name, I think it was Hezekiah or so, and God had already given a verdict that he was going to die. Yes,
yeah, that's Hezekiah.
And yes, it was Hezekiah, and he stood up, and through his actions, he changed the verdict over his life.
15 years extra
15 years extra.
Yeah. You know, talking about being real, there's something I really want to tell Nigerians. This is not the time to actually stay back and say, okay, God is going to do this, or the God, whoever you worship is going to do that. No, this is the time to take your destiny into your own hands. Now is the time you're going to decide the next 8 years of your life. How do you want the next 8 years of your life to turn out to be? You have to decide that.
As you're praying, you are walking.
Go to the polls.
You're praying, you're voting.
Exactly.
You do it. If you're a Muslim, if you're a Christian, the power of prayer is not diminished by not acting. The power of prayer is not diminished by not acting. It's actually increased. You support your prayer with your actions, and I feel like that's a necessity. That's where we miss it.
Funny enough, for God to actually assist you whatever you're doing, He needs to see your effort. In fact, that's just the raw truth about it.
Action in itself is a sign of faith.
Your effort, and how the only way, and if you're praying for Nigeria, it is a very lovely thing, and I commend you for that. But the only way God is actually going to change the situation of Nigeria is if He sees you act.
Yeah,
He needs to see the effort.
He will walk through men.
Exactly.
I feel very spiritual right now. I feel very spiritual right now.
I feel like you're Momijiro right now.
I'm on roll. I'm just dropping these spiritual nuggets. I'm just dropping left, right, and center.
Spiritual lines.
Come on.
Punch lines.
Come on.
All right, Ibuku, now we'll be rounding up very soon.
Yes.
Now, I would like to ask you, how's the atmosphere in your vicinity as the election is drawing nearer? Is it tensed?
Yes, and it's mostly the Naira issue, guy. Everybody's tired, bro. Like today was so overwhelming for me because I'm just walking around trying to find cash.
Now, do you feel this financial disarray the country is going to affect the polls? People having the inability to go and vote.
Will I say inability? It will affect the polls, but not in the way most people will expect.
Okay.
Someone like me, I'm frustrated to the point that I cannot wait to vote out the current government. I said I cannot wait. So that is, if this situation is going to do anything, it's going to further motivate Nigerians to vote out the current government. Because Fashola did say it. He said, if they don't work, vote them out. And we have to take their advice at this point because they are not working. So we have to vote them out. And for me, that's how I am certain that this is the way in which the current situation will affect the vote. Because I'm talking to vendors, I'm talking to the woman that I bought beans and plantain from this morning, and she's like, that she's tired, she can't do this anymore, that she has been struggling in her business because of the situation, and that she cannot wait for P2B to come and change things. And you know, her friends, you know, people that sell on the same line with her are sharing in that sentiment, like, oh,
so that means Nigerians are becoming impatient.
Completely. Can you wait for 25th?
I mean, I can't wait for 25th.
I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I can't wait to say goodbye to the current administration and welcome somebody who will actually help Nigeria, you know, make our lives easy in general.
All right, guys, as we will be closing, I would like to say this. Please, Nigerians, we all know everyone is suffering at this period. We know the hardship is increasing by the day. But please, like Ibuku said here, it shouldn't stop you from exercising your civic rights. Please still come out to vote on the 25th. Come out to vote. Take your anger, take your frustration down to the polls. Very, very important that you do that. Please and please. And like she said, she feels really frustrated right now. But then it won't affect her decision to vote. Now, this is the kind of ginger, the kind of fire that should be burning in you right now.
Tobi Labour Party, Labour Party, Tobi Labour Party, Tobi Labour Party, LP, Labour Party, can you get a vote? Tobi Labour Party, Labour Party, LP, Labour Party, can you get a vote? Tobi Labour Party, Labour Party, never say, Mama Papa now, Tobi Labour Party, Mama Papa now. Mama Papa now, to be Labour Party. Mama Papa now, to be Labour Party.
Mr. P2B's administration built from scratch Chukwuemeka Odumegwu University Teaching Hospital with 25 building structures. His government funded transformation of massive infrastructural development, accreditation of 12 health institutions,